Dun, 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 dun. Welcome to MTV 1987.
I was
Or
wondering why the MTV theme was being. Now, is this the microphone? Is this thing on?
it's on. It's on.
As Jason Lee used to say, is this thing
we hear
on?
you loud and clear.
Yeah, he would get in the ring and start slapping the microphone on live television. Is this thing on? Because Rip Rogers used to do
The
it.
sound engineers in the back are going, God damn it, stop.
Oh, that would have been Danny Davis, and he was paying no attention to the show. So that would have been the least of our worries, was for the sound guy to have an issue with what was going on. I'm fresh out of the shower. This, believe it or not, I don't know if you can tell or not, but this hair is about as wet as it can get. Didn't really have time to blow dry it. I don't always blow dry it. Normally, my plan is to give my hair 45 minutes to an hour to naturally dry, but it didn't get that today. So, but if you didn't know, you might not know it's wet, but it's very, very wet.
It doesn't really look wet.
Yeah, I know. I noticed that when I started brushing, I said, fuck it, because I was just going to delay the show 5 or 10 minutes, let the dogs out, go dry the hair. But 2 of the 3 dogs went out. 2 cow wanted to stay under the cover.
We do not believe in being late on this show.
No. Who gives a shit? Fans don't. The Blake McChristie's here, though. He's here to say, hey.
Blake cares.
Facebook, you will be here 10 or 15 minutes, and we'll see how it goes. We have a few requests. I would like to get a couple of the school requests taken care of. As a matter of fact, I told them to borrow the money, and hopefully there'll be some good-hearted people in here tonight that will help us, like Hart Delos. We told Ruby May to borrow the money to go to the Christmas party, and she was hoping we could get her transportation money home so she could come home for the Christmas holidays because she's been with her grandmother. Her phone got stolen, so poor little Ruby May doesn't have a phone right now. Someone took it out of her bag at school. Yes, even thieves in the Philippines. How about that?
Thieving Filipinos.
And I had to yell at Hart Delos a little bit because she got mad at Ruby as well. Shit happens, and holding a grudge.
Well, it's not like she was like wandering around with her purse wide open going, hey, steal from me. Hey, steal from me.
She had a note on her phone bag saying, please take my phone, please. So I chatted. She borrowed her cousin's phone yesterday. So eventually, maybe we can try to get her a cheap, inexpensive phone on here. Maybe after the holidays, we can look at maybe trying to do that for little Ruby May. She felt terrible, and she said she was scared Daddy be mad at me. Yeah, it's creepy that I call her Daddy, or she calls me Daddy, whatever.
It'd be creepy if you called her Daddy.
Well, Billy, I've tried to reach out to you, but you blocked me on your Facebook page, and I tried to call your cell phone, and I'm either blocked or you don't have service on your cell phone. So I tried to reach out to you. I did everything I could. So how you doing, Billy? And I know you got a little pissed at me over my lecture. I'm just trying to help you. If you're going to be pissed, but I was just trying to help you. Women are evil.
All of them.
And Vanessa's in the room there, Hart Delos. I think Vanessa was saying that I got a new number now. Well, did you get a new drug? One that won't make you sick? And I forgot the rest of the lyrics.
Got a new drug.
One that won't make me sick. It was pretty
one that won't make me throw up in my.
But no, you had called me on my landline, and I didn't know how else to reach you because when I gave you the lecture about don't get too invested into this girl, make her come to you, being as she's 20, 30 years younger than you.
Trying to look out for you here, Billy.
Make her come to you and prove her love. And then minutes later, I was blocked on Facebook.
To make you prove my love.
There you go. And then I tried to call you because that wasn't working. Billy, are you an international drug lord? I've never seen anybody that gets their fucking Facebook hacked as much as you. I am a world-renowned known celebrity, known all over the world by at least 2 or 3 people in almost every country on the planet Earth. My account has never been hacked. Not once. But Billy Sellers
was stolen once.
In his blind and borderline mystery way, has had his Facebook account hacked about 13 times in the last 10 months. I've never seen anything like it.
It's amazing.
Women
are evil, Billy.
to have your Facebook information. Why would never mind?
Change your password. Change your recovery.
That's start in the right direction.
Stuff so that they can't get into it. Change your recovery stuff first, so that where it goes to get your recovery information is not accessible to your ex-girlfriend. If you have to, go set up a brand new Gmail account or something.
That's something to do.
And then change your recovery information. Change your password. You will never get hacked again unless you hand out your password to your new girlfriend who lives in the mountains of Bush.
Yes. So what do you think is going to happen when the new possible girlfriend who lives in the mountains of North Carolina, 20, 30, 40 years younger than you? Well, he's only 52, so let's hope she's not 40 years younger. I think he said she's under 30.
It's Memphis. It's not Memphis. It's North Carolina.
But do me a favor. Just
what probably happened in North Carolina
and say, if you show up, I will buy you a nice dinner and reimburse you for all your gas. You don't even have to pay half of it. And there's little Art Jill. I got the sweetest little video from her today. You talk about somebody that can work me. Well, that's the one right there. Little Art Jill. They always ask, Kenny, who's your favorite? I said, well, man, you hate to pick favorites, but
he says, I don't have favorites, Art Gel.
Yeah, just little Art Gel, she's the only one. I can trust her. No, you can't. Not till she fucking shows up.
This is little Art Gel, and there's Kenny wrapped around the finger. We just lost Kenny's camera. Now he's gotten so mad he's leaving. See, Billy, you've upset Kenny so much he left the studio. He got up and walked away right in the middle of a broadcast. I mean, how much? And Kenny is a guy who is 100% reasonable, never flies off the handle, and you've upset him, Billy. I think you need to apologize to him. Say, I'm sorry, dearest Kenny. I know you only have my best interests at heart and not Heart Delos. It's kind of a joke on names there, folks. I think Kenny's camera is locked up. We're going to knock him out of the studio for just a minute while he gets that fixed. We had a good week in football. Both of us did very well. Kenny was 13-3 on the week. I was 12-4. We were 5-0, both of us, on our Saturday night's main event picks. There you go. We're mostly just teasing you a lot, Billy. So, you're free to live your own life. You're an adult man. So I was not completely impressed with Saturday night's main event. It was no different to me than an ordinary Raw or an ordinary SmackDown, and maybe not even as good as some of the Raw and SmackDown have been recently. I understand there was some events that occurred after SmackDown ended, or after the Saturday night's main event ended. Kevin Owens attacked Cody. Cody was stretchered out, but for what could be an opportunity to reach some casual fans, reach people who haven't watched wrestling in quite some time, and they just didn't. To me, they didn't deliver. I thought Saturday night's main event was a boring show.
Horrible show.
Jesse Ventura was good. Jesse was about the only thing decent about that show. And
he was way off his A game that I remember. Of course, it's been
he's definitely rusty, right? And he didn't have a chemistry.
I kept watching the show, listening to his shit, which I always loved. And I was sitting here by myself, talking to the television, going, "Comedy's hard."
Yeah, he definitely does not have the chemistry with Michael Cole that he had with Gorilla or even with Vince.
But Billy, I already know you sent her the money to come there. I already know.
I was disappointed in the show overall. I expected at least
it would be hard. It would be hard to give it 2.5 stars, to be honest with you.
Yeah, it wasn't a bad show.
Billy liked Saturday night main event. Billy just
It
goes
was
against everything I stand for.
to me, it was no different than any other Raw.
Oh, I'm already
even as good.
disappointed with half the shit I'm hearing for Netflix. God.
Well,
It's like
Punk and Rollins. Okay. And which is an event they should say for WrestleMania. And then Solo and Roman for the La Falufa Lifa.
Yeah. The Oompa Loompa.
The Oompa Loompa. Yeah. Well, but it was a 2-hour show. No different.
None
than
of them are
SmackDown.
super long anymore. They've all been cut to 2 hours.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't a PLE. People were upset that there were commercials. I'm like, it's network television, people.
Yeah, it's network TV. There's going to be fucking commercials, you goddamn idiots. When it's on network TV, there's going to be a fucking commercial.
Yeah.
Eventually.
But I mean, the match results were predictable.
Well, I think USA does that first hour commercial free shit sometimes. Yeah, sort of, but they get their shit in there while they're there.
Right. And they often do, picture in picture for what that's worth. One time this is why everyone looks at wrestling and it's scripted, right? Because nothing ever happens during the commercials.
Glad it wasn't like that when I was in it. It disappoints me.
Something would happen during the commercials. Oh, look, welcome back, everyone. While you were gone, Sami Zayn pinned the guy. Wow.
Yeah. That is how you should do it. But now it's rest holds during the commercial break for the most part, unless it is picture in a picture. When they get back to Netflix, they are going back to 4 hours. No, they're not, because it's never been 4 hours.
No, and I don't think it's going to go to 4 hours anyway. I think
I haven't even heard it's going to 3. I heard it's going to stay at 2.
Well, I've heard it's going to go to 3 eventually, but we'll start at 2, and that SmackDown will go to 3 for a while.
Oh, really? When's that going to happen?
You're asking a lot when USA they've lost NXT, right? So because that's gone over to CW. They'll lose.
I was Raw. On the fucking CW, so that's a demotion.
Yeah, they're losing Raw. They'll be down to 2
on the
hours
WB with the
programming. So I think they're going to want that third hour programming to make up for what they're paying the WWE right now. So
just creates the worst television, though, and there's so many people on the roster.
They could, but
gives a shit to see.
But they could do it correctly by giving 1 hour to the ladies. Just here. It's the ladies' show for this hour.
Nothing wrong with that at all.
But they don't.
Believe it or not, Bob, show people we got kids wanting to go to their Christmas parties, and not one motherfucking person has given 2 shits.
So let's talk about that a little bit. Let me find some things to download here.
Art Gel's family's needing about let's say 800 pesos, about $16, so that Art Gel and her brother can go to the school Christmas party. I told them to borrow the money, that we have good people that watch this show, and we'll raise the money to get them there. Well, so far I've lied to them. We have Ruby May and her brother want to go to their Christmas party, and they want to buy a 50 peso gift. That's $1, guys. That's $1. And
that's the exchange gift.
Yeah, and then they all bring a little food and snack that they all share. So and then transportation for Ruby May to get home. So for her, we're looking to raise maybe $25, so she can go home for Christmas holidays, visit her mother, who she hasn't seen in about 3 weeks, and to be able to participate in the Christmas party with her brother at their school. So those are 2. Did I send you Vanessa's message? Vanessa had a very lengthy message. Something.
Yes, she did. RV, their family is out of rice again.
Yeah.
I can't find the whole message.
And probably their electric bill is about to need to be paid as well.
Yeah, and their electric bill is not much because they don't have a whole ton of appliances. But they,
it's never very expensive.
All right, so I'll just highlight this. Hey, Kenny, wanted to ask maybe for your next coming shows, could you line up RV for a few kilos of rice that'll last them at least till Christmas? She bought them a few kilos out of some money that I sent her, and she used basically 20% of the money that I sent her for emergency money and to buy food, coffee, eggs, some noodles. And then
you Filipinos quit drinking coffee that save you a lot of money.
Yeah, she bought a little packet of milk for him out of the money that I sent
He
her
likes his milk.
for the computer. But she's looking for a few hundred pesos. So let's just say, even if it's 1,000 pesos, that's $20, folks.
Yeah.
To get them food to last them through Christmas. Let's see. So he came here this afternoon to borrow 50 pesos from me to buy his exchange gift. I gave him 50 pesos, told him not to worry about paying it back. I mean, it's a little kid, but he's wanting to borrow the money. He's wanting to pay it back. And I don't know how he's going to earn it. Maybe you have to steal it from some hobos or something.
Well,
which we encourage, stealing from
the hobos don't have any money, so now you thug the hobo.
And now we got to feed the hobos.
Yeah.
So we're looking for, if we had $50, we could take care of 3 families' Christmas needs easy.
If you would like to help out with the food situation.
All right, perfect. Thank you, dear Nicole. Jelly Bean is home. I got a message from her just a little bit ago.
Is she already home?
She's home now. She's
back. I don't get privileged information like that. I didn't know. It's because here she is. Yeah, she's right here on my. She's in my message. No, I got nothing. Listen to this. So you're home, and you didn't tell me.
Dear Kenny, please send me money. Bob is so mean. He makes me stay at this church place.
Well, those are normally the messages I get. I'm a hostage.
I want to go home, but they won't let me.
They make me learn and get back to the community.
I have to help poor people. I have to keep telling them I am poor people.
I've got a message here from a new girl in Calviac City who's 16, trying to represent her family. And I wish that Christmas, New Year's, that we have a good and better kitchen. I wonder where she got that idea.
Yeah.
And she sent me the pictures of her kitchen, and hers looks like the Taj Mahal compared to what Jambi's looked like. So
yes, although some progress has been made for Jambi.
Oh yeah, it's coming along, and I think it's going to be completed today. And the guy was hoping that we could get him some of his labor money today. So, but we did get enough for the materials, and I told him we'd do what we could and try and get some of it, because we're trying to pay him $150 labor, and trust me, he's earning it from what I've seen. Shit, you ain't gonna get nobody to do that for $150 around here, and that's just the first couple of floors. The wall is going up, unlike what Trump did. The wall is going up to keep out the I guess the monkeys and bats, I guess. I don't know. And to keep the dogs, and the dogs were running around like they just found an ice skating rink. They were loving it. Hey, look, no one fell through a hole. Little brother's still here. But yeah, that's been a dramatic change over there. Money well spent. Yeah, it was a lot of well, I mean, anytime you're sending several $100s for materials, it's a lot of fucking money. But their living conditions, they feel like we did a hotel renovation over there compared to what they were living in. So we're heading in the right direction. I told her we're gonna have to hold off on the bedroom. It'd be about 10,000 pesos to repair the bedroom, but the bedroom, even though it is rotten wood and it's getting bad, is nowhere near what that kitchen looked like. So thank you, Pastor.
So we appreciate it. Here's what we were looking at, right? Just a little before at pictures here.
Yeah, Pasta Tart is making a $25 challenge.
Thank you, Nicole.
Somebody will match her donations to help feed these people. And yeah, we're trying to take care of food first is what we're trying to do.
So this now.
Yeah. That's way better.
Yeah.
It's way better.
And there's the Larchel. Look at that Larchel.
Larchel. Boy, is that kid grown in the last 4 years?
Yeah. Well,
she's about to turn 10 in, I think, early January. Yeah. She already had her birthday. No, I think. I got some new kids.
Before.
It was back to the house.
Yeah, before, after. Now, let me show. I'm going to play the video. Yeah,
Now you couldn't do that. You couldn't do that before because all three of them would be missing after about 2 laps.
That's what they were just. That's the same area right there.
They would be down in that garbage right there. Is where they'd be.
Yeah, I need to find the picture with all the garbage, but.
Oh God, yeah. That was real depressing. So that's what we do on this show. I know we're not on here trying to be. Speaking of racist, where's our black co-host? I haven't heard from him about the Sundays.
I don't know.
You try to have diversity on this show and get these old white people.
He's our DEI hire, and
our DEI hire, which we're starting to regret.
Yeah, and instead we have
no. We'd hired an old white guy; he'd be here right now. Where's Rico? Where's Rico?
Barely E and no I. So
now Rico has his own podcast, and I saw him. I think he's turned all Trump on me, sitting there in a fucking cowboy hat with a pink logo.
Rico
never seen Rico wear a cowboy hat in my life, but he's got one now. And someone said, "Well, I heard he's moving to a ranch." I said, "I don't know if he's moving to a ranch or not." But just because you're moving where a ranch is doesn't mean you put on a cowboy hat and all of a sudden you're a fucking
maybe
cowboy.
He's moving to the bunny ranch.
He's Batman. Is who he is. He's Batman.
Now, so there is.
That's my house.
That's your house. Oh, I was like.
That's my
rice. We bought a
rice.
bunch of rice. No.
A Spike can.
A Spike can. And a cup of
doggy biscuits. I need 280 plus doggy biscuits for anybody out there. That's about $13 a box. 280 bit. 280 bit.
Just because, sorry, we.
I don't know what you thought you were
That's
doing.
What luxury looks like.
That's what I live on. Bananas and rice, ladies and gentlemen. There it is. There's Batman in the back if you see him.
Yeah,
Batman back there.
Batman.
Oh, by the way, the date on that clock, that was Jasmine's birthday. She just turned 22. So little Jasmine, happy birthday, Jasmine.
Happy birthday, Jasmine.
Yeah.
So Facebook, although the fact that it's all Filipinos,
yeah,
we're gonna leave them.
Really?
We're gonna kick them.
If it's all Filipinos, go ahead and keep them.
All right.
We're not winning or losing anything that way. But if you catch freeloaders wandering around over there.
Yeah. All right, freeloaders, stay quiet.
And one thing, I've noticed that our overall views, I don't know if algorithms are fucking with me again. Who knows? Or maybe just with a lot of holiday travel and shit and people having guests in town and shit, that might be eating into it a little bit. Yeah, that Spike can. That's the last of those Spike cans available. I haven't pulled the trigger on selling that thing yet because I doubt I'd get what I want out of it. But we're supposed to have a couple of donations coming through. Pesci said he's going to donate $20, I guess, later this week.
Thanks, Pesci. Appreciate that.
Pesci said he's going to donate 20, and then of course you had. Would we get in trouble playing that clip from Rene Dupree's show? Would we get in trouble for that?
Since I don't know, we will do well.
And I never monetized the show tonight either, so I might have to get you to do that later.
I've already done that.
Oh, did you already do it? Because I did.
I did. I also locked the door too.
You locked the door?
Yeah.
Probably good to have the door locked.
Especially well, we did have a whole show that was troll free and it was wide open.
We did. It was wide open. Yeah, not one troll.
So let me find.
Maybe the trolls are in the holiday spirit. You never know. But yeah, I'd love to show that. I'd love to have Jason Station on, but
yeah. So what we're going to do is we're going to share this clip. This clip is for informational purposes only.
Informational purposes.
Yeah. We're going to do a critique of a podcast being done.
Yeah, and for those
by our
of you
dear friends,
Rene Dupree retired from podcasting. That apparently lasted 1 week.
Yeah,
so.
It was a lie. He didn't retire after all.
He lied, ladies and gentlemen.
Thanks for lying.
Rene Dupree right here live on broadcast television.
So the Rene Dupree exposure. Here we go. We'll all right. So let me see. That's this one.
Yeah, it's about a minute and a half long.
I think that's that. There it is. Okay, so then we're going to share that.
Get ready.
Here we go. What he does in the Booker T. The profile pic.
I mean, come on, man. I mean, Kenny Bolin, he's got to be the best in the business at what he does, man. We're grateful to Jim Cornette for bringing in Kenny Bolin, man. Kenny Bolin's got to be tip-top, man. one of my number one utmost favorite and what he does. Suck.
So good. How do you think that?
So now we're going to have
Okay, you
to
did.
stop this for just a
Right.
second and correct some of the mistruths
Yeah.
in that statement. Jimmy Cornette did not bring
No.
Kenny Bolin
He
in
did not.
anywhere.
You know, I didn't even bother to point that out. I bought into their own
Smoky
propaganda.
Mountain Wrestling would have been the only possibility.
Yeah,
and
that would have
Kenny
been the only
came
part.
in at the same time.
Yes.
So it wasn't that you were brought in.
Yeah.
You told Jimmy that you would be
Well,
gracious enough.
actually, no. I was at
Kayfabe.
OVW 3 years before Jimmy got there.
No, I knew that. I was talking about Smoky Mountain. Smoky Mountain.
Smoky
You were
Mountain.
gracious
Well,
enough to appear on his show.
Well, he owned Smoky Mountain. I did him a personal favor by showing
Exactly.
up there.
It wasn't like, So,
and yeah, it was
but
the same year.
Correct some
when he
misinformation
owns the
there.
company, he would be the one to have to bring me in. So yeah, we can give him credit, but he didn't have anything to do with OVW because I was there 3 years before he was. He came there because I was already there,
All right,
and it
so
laid the groundwork for everything that we wanted to do.
Now we do want to compliment Jason Sensation. He does great voice.
He does the best booker I've ever heard.
Yeah, so
Who's the guy on the right? Apparently they got rid of
So,
him.
so I think, yeah, when we were over in the UK, we had an episode with Kenny Bolin, but unfortunately he dropped a forbidden word here on YouTube about, I don't know, 300-400 times.
Now it would have been nice if Renee had warned you ahead of time about this forbidden word.
Yes.
Instead of just letting it go on and on and on and on and on and on and
Because
on and on and on.
I have said that word because this only tells you what an idiot Renee was being that day. But he said he was retiring anyway. So what the fuck would he have cared?
Yeah.
What the fuck would Renee have cared? By the way, I used to manage Renee. If he's quitting anyway, who gives a shit?
Shout out
he
to
already
Renee.
told you he wasn't quitting. He was working you guys. He flim-flammed you is what he
It was
did.
a fake retirement.
Fake retirement to get sympathy, to beg him to stay. Someone, did you notice that the Ghost made a $6 donation there?
Yeah.
We have to
Now,
get three donations from that jackwad over here.
How much is the Ghost donated here tonight to feed people?
He gave a multimillionaire $6. We're over here trying to feed people, and we got to beg him to do 6 to 10.
We'll continue on with this.
He's going to do 6 to 10 if he ever gets caught for all the crimes he's doing.
Yeah, well, there's that.
So I had to get rid
Just
of
made him a call guy.
Yeah, I was like,
not true. Not true. There was no shut up. Don't say that
Everybody's
word.
seen it. Everybody's seen it. Not a word. Just
Too bad. He is entertaining.
He is very entertaining. I mean, he's the type of bad guy manager you just want to like punch in the face. And then when you meet him in real life, you realize I want to punch him in the face.
So see now, Rene Dupree threatening to punch Kenny Bolin in the face when he sees him in real life.
He's an honorary
promoting
Republican
violence
in Canada. That's what he is.
And these guys laughing about it.
And then laughing. And then there's the Ghost paying $6. You won't even see him here tonight. You won't even see him here.
That's it.
The Ghost. So just had this is like MSNBC or CNN having to fact check all the crap you get from AON or Fox Entertainment. We can't even call them Fox News because that's not what they do. You got to fact check the shit out of them. Everybody saw the show. Bob Hazelwood saw the show. Never once did they say that I couldn't say the R word. No one ever did that shit, especially Renee. Maybe when he was gnawing back and forth on a
actually he was doing. He might have been doing this.
He might have been doing that, or he might have been in the bathroom during my whole promo. I don't know. Rene Dupree, you lied, son. You lied. I dare you to come over here and allow me to confront you with all the lies you told.
Renee, I'll send you a join link right now. You can come on and refute.
Setting Jason Sensation up to be the fall guy. Poor old Jason walked into that trap. Was paid by Schmidt, the Ghost, who so desperately wants to be Yoko Bolin's manager, apparently, that he uses that as his profile picture. It was all a flim-flam from the get-go. And but no one ever did that. No one ever said Kenny over here in Canada on YouTube. You can't say the R word when I was referring to Trump the grapist. Trump the grapist.
Yes.
Well, look at Markley. Look at Markley being nice. I'd post that if I were you. Barkley don't say nice things over here about me
Let
very
me get
often.
out of there. I just had to send Renee a join link. Renee, I did. I just sent him a join link. So Renee, if you want to come on and refute these allegations that you've been making against Kenny, Renee should have been thanking Bolin for bringing some personality to his podcast.
There you go.
The guy is the most boring mechanical podcast host of all wrestlers.
And then Ghost is, Kenny, Renee's got a great studio now. No, he don't. He's using a 3D logo that me or Bob could fucking use. It just looks like he might be awake now. He's got you saw. That's why I don't use my.
Well, you know what though? But he has this microphone is like this in front of him.
Yeah.
So he can.
Well, he's in a big studio now that the marks are falling for. They don't notice the green screen flickering in the background. We can do the same thing, and I don't do it because the goddamn green screen flickers. Hi, Jazzy Jana. How you doing? Better late than never, as they say. We're exposing Rene Dupree for all the lies he told about me on that show. All he had to, out of respect for his show, it's his show.
Yeah,
and people to respect mine when I bring them on here. Do not shit on my guest. I'll do it.
When you go on Dutch's show, you watch your language a little bit.
More than I do here. Way more than I do here. There's occasional slip
because they're a little uncomfortable.
But they do every now and then too. I had to work late. Well, thank you, Jazzy Jana, for coming on in. So, but yeah, Renee, you're welcome. He ain't gonna come. Because he doesn't want to be confronted. He set poor old Jason Sensation up. Him and Schmidt working in cahoots with each other. That's what happened. But said they didn't know. That never happened. They 400 or 500 times. Somebody go back and do a count, because I say it a lot, but I might have said it 4.
Well, we can't go to a count because he hid the show.
Oh, he deleted the show. But everybody acting like I'm the only show he's ever deleted. He deleted the 3 previous shows before it. I wasn't on those. Why'd he delete those? Maybe he's going through some shit. I don't know. Told everybody he was retiring. He didn't do it. He lied to the American people and the Canadians. But you can lie to them.
Especially the Canadian people. That's tough. Canadian. I mean, Blake McChristy here going, man, he lied to us Canadians.
Yes, Blake McChristy should be the most upset of everybody. All right. Let's see if anyone's trying to help us out to help these kids.
Other than Nicole.
Maybe somebody's done something here. What do we got? We have a Daniel Lemley. Well, not quite 20, but a $15 donation. That's a step in the right direction.
Thank you, Daniel.
Broke Ass Barkley. Now, Broke Ass, is this your big Christmas donation you were going to make, or are you just being a sweetheart for tonight?
See, look, Blake is outraged. Of course he
should be. He should be. Broke Ass Barkley is so outraged that he's made a $20 donation. Now, he did tell me he was going to make a nice, sweet donation during Christmas to help us get the shit done. Now, is that the donation?
Or is this just your outrage?
And you got more coming before Christmas
because of this personality that you brought to the podcast.
Yes, I mean, I gave you what you wanted. You told me to shit all over Renee tonight, and I did it. So
we got the DMs to prove it.
We absolutely do. So thank you, Mr. Barkley. So $20 challenge from Broke Ass Barkley. He says, Kenny, I can't donate no more than that. I'm broke. So let me go back and make sure we got all the donations accounted for. By the way, my brother's a racist. Just wanted to make sure everybody knew that. So we got $15 from Daniel Lemley. He says, let's see if anybody can match my donation. Broke Ass Barkley, $20 challenge to try and help get the labor paid for the floor. We got the majority of the materials paid for. We sent them what we had. And you got to admit, the dogs look happy, and the kid.
Yeah, and I can walk around our house.
Jambi wrote me and told me she's so thankful and wanted to know if there's any way possible. Because, of course, the Filipinos think the money grows on trees or out of Broke Ass Barkley's back pocket. And
kind of does.
But no, the place is coming along much, much better. And I wouldn't want
day trading or something
like
David,
that. Either.
You can do that. Okay.
And
thank you.
Naughty Nicole did the $25 challenge. So we got 25, 20 out of Barkley, 15. So 20, 40, 55. Is that what we got?
We have $60.
Well, Blake ain't all that pissed, but he did do it.
Well, it's Canadian money.
He's only a little bit pissed. And due to the Canadian economy, he says, God, we wish we had that American economy that Joe Biden's got. See, my racist brother wrote me today. He blew $1,000 on Temu on some gamble. He bought $1,000 of racist shit that he thought would sell at the racist auctions that he goes to. And I think he said he sold $40 of the $1,000 worth of shit he bought. So I said, well, wouldn't it have been smarter to buy $100 worth and see how that goes? And then, well, that would have took a smart person to come up with that idea. So too late, he blew his $1,000. But he's still going to the casino probably 5 days a week. And I'm thinking, well, if the Biden economy is so bad, how are you blowing $1,000 on Temu and just going, well, I fucked up, and then go to the casino every day and give your money away to the casino because the casino was built on losers? Thank you, Mr. Razor. We appreciate your business. I said, well, you don't donate to my show, but you sure donate to that Carrollton area casino quite often. Belterra, I think it's called. Belterra. The Canadian dollar dropped a lot today. Well,
it's almost approaching the Australian dollar.
Yeah. Well, the anticipation of Trump's idiocy and wanting to declare basically a tariff war with Canada and Mexico and China sounds like great fucking ideas to me. But wants to invite, help me on the name there, Bob, the leader of China, Jinping, what's his name?
Jing. I don't know.
If you're having trouble with it, then I don't feel so bad.
I saw he was inviting the guy that's the leader of
racist trying to say it.
Yeah. His name is Chinese Premier.
Work. I don't know. So yeah, if we could raise a total of one Xi Jinping, there you go. See, I knew I was right. I knew I was close.
Yeah.
And got into an argument with one of my Filipino friends today because they tried to tell me that what Ferdinand Marcos was the first of the Marcoses, right?
Ferdinand was the Daddy Marcos. Yeah.
That was Daddy Marcos. They tried to tell me this was a 22-year-old girl in college about to become a school teacher, little Miss Jasmine. Trying to tell me what a great leader Ferdinand. Oh, we loved him. He was great. No.
Was he even alive when he was the president?
Your country had their own insurrection. They overthrew the government. They ran him out of the fucking country along with him and his shoe-bearing wife. And the United States, like fucking idiots, safe harbored him in Hawaii for God knows that for 20 years.
So if she's 20, Ferdinand Marcos died in 1989.
Well, she's going by what her parents told her, or their parents. That's what she's going by. And who was the most previous leader? He's about to be brought up on a court-martialing for killing all those drug dealers and drug users. They said he's about to go to prison, and that there's an inner war going on right now between his daughter, Duterte. Yeah, they're about to put him on trial because the Marcoses won't protect him anymore. So so baby Marcos will not protect. Yeah, Bing Bong, is that his name?
Bong.
Let's see. I just got you back on Facebook. All right, man. All right. Well, like I said, I didn't block you. Quit getting your goddamn account hacked. So, but yeah, if we could raise about another $60 before the night is over, that would be great. But yeah, apparently, she is basically threatening Marcos as the vice president. But then again, we just watched the president do that to the vice president, given the okay to hang his ass here about 4 years ago. And wouldn't Netflix be on January? I would have to name that show Resurrection of Raw. The January 6th Resurrection. I swear to God I would. Because that's what everybody's thinking that day anyway.
Yeah.
Everybody's got an opinion one way or the other. Either they were for it or they were against it. Barkley never did say if that was his last donation before Christmas.
Well, we know that.
Well,
David tends to flood us with donations. So
he does. He gets carried away sometimes. We have to stop him from donating. He gets carried away.
Yes.
He was out there in the parking lot one day wanting to sell his fucking Tesla. I said, oh, come on, man. No, I'm just going to pocket that money. I wouldn't send it to you. So. And plus, I owe more than it's worth because it keeps catching on fire. Everything else Elon Musk, I don't know. Elon Musk has profited $20 billion off the Trump administration. He invested $145 million and profited $20 billion for his investment. So the other billionaires are going, God, shit, let us blow him for a while. So Elon Musk has now been joined by Zuckerberg, Bezos, all these people that shit on him for so long. What do we have here? What is this?
We have. Oh, Kenny just stepped out.
I didn't plan to.
Did you stop your camera?
Didn't think I did. Let me start camera. Okay, let's do that.
Hey,
I didn't hit anything. I saw the logo pop up. I didn't.
right. So there's the button at the bottom. That's
We have breaking news. What do we got? Yeah, it is I don't forgot.
Yeah. See, all I've got's a boring old face thing.
Oh, well, good God. That's boring.
I need to fix that.
Well, let me kill mine so I can see my pretty logo.
Let me go look at my
Yeah, look at that.
Layout.
But you still hear me, right?
Yeah, I still hear you.
Well, I think most of the people want my gorgeous face, especially
orientation.
Jasmine, when I had to educate her. It's just a voice from the screen.
Virtual.
See, Jazzy Janet wants to see my pretty face. I don't blame her. So, and Jazzy donated.
So now I'm here. I'm back in the tavern. Now,
Michigan Mike had mentioned that he was going to. Now, there you go. Where did you get that beautiful studio, Bob?
Well, I invested in
some Mark got Chris Schmidt a beautiful studio.
I invested in the Cafe de Rene. Cafe de Rene.
Yeah.
The real estate investment fund.
Yeah.
And
my God.
This was what I got.
And yours doesn't glitch hardly any more than Renee's does.
No, it just barely glitches like when it moves.
Glitches. It barely looks like a green screen.
I'm in a medieval tavern.
Let me see what I can do over here. I don't know if I have any such options to do that. Let me look.
Let's see. I have a brick wall.
My camera, touch up. Virtual background. Here we go. What do we got? We got.
I've got.
Well, I'm going to go to.
I've got the Bolin. This was Kenny's summer home. Yeah.
Oh, see,
you're glitching a little bit more than I am.
Yeah. Now, why do you figure that is?
I think it's because your curtains.
The lighting structure
could be that,
or I don't use it. Now, this is my actual furniture. Before I covered it up, that's what my furniture looks like. This is what the fuck.
Kenny has no virtual background.
Renee's got a better green screen guy than I've got. And of course, I'll be there soon.
Judge Bolin. We might have to bring that back. Judge Bolin.
We might have to bring the Judge Bolin show back. And there I am, just reaching for the star
in the Philippines.
Just taking it in. That's where I will be coming next November. Probably that center table there with the best view.
Right.
I'll be walking over to that island because I can't swim.
Your entire island that's dedicated just to you.
Oh, that's where all my girlfriends will be. All 7,500 will be there in a round robin elimination tournament because I'm only going to pay for one of them.
That's right.
So it's a battle. It's Death Island. We're going to name it.
Live on pay-per-view.
Yeah, we're transferring because it's one on every island. We're going to transfer
Bay Battle Royale.
I've already bought and paid for that one. That was $8. And it was $8 they didn't have.
Bolin Bay Battle Royale.
And what else have I got here? Well, there you go. So you can see me now. I don't move much, but there I am. And then we got that one loaded in there. We got the old Star Maker logo. We got the Bowling Alley logo. Do I have your video? No, I like that one. Now, that's where I need to be right there. All right, see? I guess if I threw an actual green screen up behind me and maybe did a little more overhead lighting, maybe that would be better.
Yeah, that's Wayne Manor as you're waiting for Batman, waiting for Alfred to come in.
That is Kenneth Wayne Manor. And the great thing about it, that if I ever do just murder somebody out of the blue for no fucking reason, I won't be Kenny Starmaker Bolin committed murder. It'll be Kenneth Wayne Bolin. Because all murderers have the middle name Wayne for some reason.
Kenneth Winona Bolin.
John Wayne Gacy.
Lee Wayne Oswald.
Yeah, Harvey Wayne. There you go. Donald Wayne Trump. Donald J. The J stands for jerk off, is what most people have told me. So Schmidt is fooled right now. He thinks that I've moved.
Yes.
He thinks you're in a dungeon somewhere because he can barely see the glitching. So, and then of course there's always in honor of our good friend Larry King, Kenny the King Live. We used to do those for a while.
We did. Now and then I moved into the studio here. I went into the control room for a little while.
I remember the studio, and of course we recounted the votes, and I'll be moving in here pretty soon. Well, they're not much on upgrading that furniture, any, are they?
You know, it's like you think that they would get it sooner or later.
You would think.
Yeah. And now I'm going to report
comedy
live from outside. In the snow.
I don't have any of those. Ooh, in case we don't want anybody to see what's in the room.
That's when we do the secret voice recordings. You go,
yeah.
I did come from across.
Well, my name is Ken. What happened to the blur?
You got to step. If you come too close, the camera unblurs you.
I have a green screen. I don't. Backdrop color. Okay. Okay. Well, it gives you an option to choose what color green screen you're using and everything.
Yeah, if you had a blue screen or a white screen.
Yeah. Well, I have a partition wall, and I have
just get rid of that.
I have a big green velvet blanket that went with something. I don't know what. And I might get some clips and experiment with that and see if that improves shit any, and try some of this because I love fooling Chris Schmidt. It might not fool anybody else, but we may do that. And so we're trying to raise another $60. I ain't holding my breath. And I also don't know that switching channels. I remember I was talking to me about starting from scratch and changing the algorithms and everything. Rico's got a new podcast. He's done quite a few shows. And we've been getting more views than he gets. You would think the world famous guy who was the talk of AEW would be getting views out the ass, but fuck, we've been getting more than he gets.
Yeah, I don't know.
Mine are horrible if you count the views that they report. Now it does not count your live views. I'll just give you all a report.
Both of them.
If you ever need one. Maybe down in the Philippines, we got about 28 typhoons a year.
We get Jana just standing in a room with one of those big fans next to her, just blowing really hard. She'll be going,
somebody throws a bucket of water on her when it's raining. Do that. We could do that.
We wouldn't want you to get out in a real hurricane, Jana. That'd be unsafe.
She's probably done it, though. She's probably done it.
She may have. I think it's a rite of passage.
It's looking like the donations have dried up at $55, Bobby.
Well, we get 5 from Blake, but that won't come in for a very long time.
That'll be a very long time. That'll be a very long time. I'm still waiting on the 50 from Michigan Mike. Michigan Mike, if you're watching, you'd mentioned you were going to send us 50 on Friday in exchange for a Scaramucci book, but we haven't heard from him since then.
Kenny, I'm sure that $100 from Kieran McDonald showed up.
Or that he didn't get snowed in his plow truck or something.
Yeah, so, that $100 from Kieran.
Check on you, and as soon as you send me an address to mail your book, we'll get you taken care of. And and your $50 is going to go towards helping these families as well. But there's a reason I didn't count it before we had it, because I was going to count it, and then I said, well, let's just wait till we actually have it in the house.
We actually get it.
Yeah, he'll assuming he's okay. Or didn't go out of town for something, but no, I haven't heard from him since he said that we would hear from him Friday. So, Michigan Mike, if you're out there, I know you go to bed early so you can get up and plow roads, but I don't know what the weather's like in Michigan right now. So Bobby, how were those NFL picks?
Well, I had mentioned them a little bit while you were,
because I heard Coltrane, no-show train, the late train, the no-show train. I hear he never got one right.
Yeah, Coltrane had a rough week. Let's just put it that way. As I mentioned on the show, but you were having the technical difficulties. We were both 5-0 on the Saturday night main event picks.
Oh, did we both go 5-0?
Yeah.
Did we agree on every pick? I guess we did.
We did, yeah. We were unanimous in our Army-Navy pick.
Yeah.
Unanimously wrong, but
well, Coltrane says that cost him the The
Another
bipolar
parlay.
pick. What is it? The
parlay.
parlay. The parlay pick.
The bipolar pick.
It's always
And then
something.
for the NFL week, you were 13-3.
Now, what was
which
the
brings you-
previous week?
The previous week you were 7-6.
Oh, okay.
And
So
then
still
the week-
about
the week
500.
before that. Yeah. So you've had a couple.
Because I've
Yeah,
had a couple of disastrous weeks.
Yeah. So you are now 2 games under 500 for the year. But
Mhm.
considering you were way back, that's a good comeback.
No,
I was 12-4.
Mhm.
And I am 22 games over 500.
Where am I at?
You're 96-98 for the year, so you're 2 games under 500.
200. Well,
Jason was 0-14 or 0-16, I should
not
say, because he
participating.
did not submit any picks.
yeah.
And as such, if you don't turn in your assignments, you get a 0.
Yeah, you get a 0. Yeah, you got to turn in your assignment.
Yeah,
I
we're
haven't
not
heard
gonna
from
get in
him
this-
this week at all. What's up with him?
I have not heard from him this week either. So
Yeah, well.
last I heard from Jason, he was talking to his. We know that, Adam. We stayed live on Facebook on purpose.
Yeah, well,
if you
we
would
did.
listen to the entire show instead of just joining whenever you want to, just randomly show up at whatever time,
Yeah,
you would
yeah,
know that we had a discussion about leaving Facebook on because our
had you been here
Filipino
for the rest of the
friends
show, you'd know
are
what we are
there
talking.
watching the show, and we do appreciate them
Yeah,
so
Bob
much.
says we only have Filipinos watching on Facebook. Well, that's fine. Leave it alone.
Leave them
The other
alone.
12,000 followers I have on Facebook, for whatever reason, elect not to
Well,
watch.
thank
the
you
show.
for letting us know that what we did on purpose, we did. Oh, are we? Are we really?
He wants to be a heel so bad, and
He
he doesn't
does.
know.
And it
He
just
just
doesn't
doesn't
work,
understand
right?
how hard it is.
Yeah. It's not like
I don't know. Maybe if he donated a little something, we would let him. But he's been busy feeding his own face, eating great, fantastic dinners 5 out of 7 nights a week for him and the children. He's got his own Filipino population.
I guess that's
Unison
one way of
great.
supporting them. Just marry a one.
Today I had the opportunity to feed 50 children in Culion, serving them spaghetti with hot dogs, fried chicken, boxed drinks. It made me reflect. I've been crying that nostalgic Filipino sugar infused hot dog spaghetti lately. It's a unique comfort food for me. This is a girl named Carrie that's been to the Philippines a few times. Well, Carrie, I'll have to.
What did she say? Sugar infused hot dogs?
That's what she said. She says over there they have these sugar infused hot dogs. I doubt that.
Okay.
Fried chicken, drink
Pepsi or
lots of-
something.
I've been craving that nostalgic Filipino sugar infused hot dog spaghetti lately. It's a unique comfort food for me. I think it's time.
I
for
know
me to
that they
start
do
planning my trip.
put their hot dogs in the spaghetti quite often since they can't afford meatballs.
Well, I have a feeling that I will be there by November.
A feeling. I got a feeling I can't. I don't know. Oh no.
I'm getting married. I just have to pick the winner of the 7,500 woman battle royal they're going to have on
Filipino Island.
Filipino Island.
Bolin's Bay Battle Royal.
Bolin's Bay Battle Royal. That's what we got.
Yeah.
Now there's Jambi.
Damn it.
Tell you what,
Jambi.
there's Jambi's here. Let's recap a little bit. Let's show if I'm sure we still have them.
Yeah. So before
that's before dogs falling through holes.
Before.
Yeah.
After. And
Ito, dalagan dito.
same view.
I think that was a pretty big rainstorm going on in the background. Did that not sound like that to you?
It did sound like rain.
Adam, are you in a position to help us out a little bit tonight? We're trying to get to 120. We've raised about half of it. We've had some $25 challenges, $20 challenges.
So we're trying to
and
take care of some kids who, and we're kind of breaking our food only rule, but this is for Christmas kids. And yes, he
won't.
No,
he'll
put them up side by side to prove that he's a multiple time winner.
Actually, they have a non-rainy season, Adam, where they get almost no rain at all for like 3 months. And then when the typhoon season hits, it rains pretty much every fucking day for several months. Barkley, I don't know what it is you do. How would you not have seen that Trump? Oh, and they were on MSNBC. I'm sorry, NBC News to make the revealing, and the guy seemed apologetic. And he said, for better or for worse, our time of the year, our person of the year. He says, but do remember that Hitler and Stalin also made person of the year for Time magazine. Hitler, Stalin, and I think 2 other shitbags made person of the year. And that's a shoot, by the way, because they showed the magazine covers.
Aaron Rodgers.
I would hope not, but who knows?
Well, you said 2 other shitbags. Brett Favre, Aaron Rodgers.
Well, yeah, it could have been. He finally won a game.
He did. They won pretty good.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure my son will be there no later than March. And then I got to go after that. All righty. Yeah, Carrie said she felt 50. She fed 50 kids today. Well, fuck, we do that every day. So quit bragging. Every day we feed 50.
So your reverse psychology in the Miami game did not work?
Why is that? They covered?
No, they outright lost. I mean, they lost.
Well, I said they were going to lose.
Yeah. Well, no. So the reverse psychology.
Well, no, I picked them to lose and they lost. So shut up.
They didn't reverse psychology. Actually, I tried to pick them to win, and they said, "Fuck you, Bob."
Well, that didn't work. That didn't work either.
I ain't winning for you. We won't win for Kenny. We sure as hell ain't winning for you.
No, that's how they felt about it too.
And the Cowboys.
See if the hair is any drier.
You know, I made a joke that how far the Cowboys had fallen being underdogs to Carolina. And apparently it actually kind of pissed the team off that they were underdogs to Carolina. They were rather upset. That's how they were looked at.
I think that's the only reason that thing came in that way is that they just, well, maybe we can piss them off if we pick them to lose. Well, I should have dried my hair before the show started.
You should. Well, Kenny, come on. When you're naturally gorgeous, it doesn't matter.
I know it don't matter. Fuck. Have you seen Luigi's hair? Shit. Come on. It doesn't matter. Adam, you good for anything tonight, son? You gonna help us out a little bit?
Just let us know if you're good for anything or you're good for nothing. Please let us know.
I know you're grilling steaks as we speak, but come on, Adam. A little help.
Just let us know.
Well, when they shut up when you're asking for money that you're doomed. So
yeah, we're pretty doomed. So maybe we should
we're still stuck at 55. No one else has done anything.
Yeah, so we're gonna have to figure out how we're gonna do our picks next week because I think they have NFL games every day of the week next week, except for Tuesday. Because there's 2 games on Wednesday for like Christmas Day, and then they've got Thursday games, Friday games, Saturday. Next week's gonna be fun to pick.
What's that? Yeah, those will be. Are we doing that? Nothing.
Yeah, we'll do it on Tuesday next week. But we've got the NFL schedule. Let me look at that.
Bill week was last week and the week before.
Yeah. No, I think this upcoming.
I think we all have bills every week. Now that I think about it, pretty sure.
You know what? I do too. Every week. Wow.
Bill, you will not. You're just lying to me.
We got to send it to your girlfriend. All right. We have a Thursday night game, Denver at the Chargers. We've got 2 Saturday games. Then the Sunday slate, and then the New Orleans at Green Bay. I don't know how Tampa and Dallas is the Sunday night game. I don't get. Now, there's not a lot of premium matchups Sunday. I mean, we've got the Giants at Atlanta, Detroit at Chicago, Cleveland, Cincinnati, Tennessee, Indianapolis, Rams at the Jets, Eagles in Washington probably is a better game
That could be a good one. That could be a good one.
Arizona, Carolina, Minnesota, Seattle, New England, Buffalo, Jacksonville, Vegas, San Francisco, Miami probably is.
Well, I mean,
there's just no good
they're
games.
both having horrible years, so anything could happen.
Yeah, so Pittsburgh, Baltimore is Sunday. Houston, Kansas City is Sunday.
I mean,
Kansas City probably.
Miami had to win last weekend, did not. So
yeah, so
they're in the hunt, but so are three other teams.
You're NBC. You're looking at the schedule, going, okay, Dallas, Tampa. We got to flex one of these games.
Yeah, why not?
Never mind.
Yeah,
never mind.
So the Thursday night game is what?
Denver at the Chargers.
Denver,
Pittsburgh and Baltimore on Saturday looks like a pretty good game.
Oh yeah, that could be a good one.
Houston at Kansas City could be a good game, but it's not a strong week.
Well, Adam, nothing in wrestling matters anymore. So used to
Nothing
be Robert
really matters.
got you kicked out of the territory, and
anyone can.
Kevin Owens does them now at will and no repercussions. So, and I have not seen an AEW show. God, months, I guess, probably months. I couldn't even tell you who's on the roster. One of you mentioned to me that they're doing where Tony Storm's got amnesia. I didn't know anything about it.
Yeah, that's at least a little interesting because they're playing it like she's remembering as if she's just now coming into AEW. So she's introducing herself to everybody and acting like nothing's gone on between any of them. And
there
she was so excited to meet.
I'm sure it's as good as anything else. What I've been hearing. So
it's whatever.
You was watching
NXT. Okay.
Well, I wasn't doing that either. So I don't remember the last time I watched one of those shows.
I will usually watch when they do their version of a PLE. I'll try to watch that because typically the wrestling on an NXT PLE is really good.
Yeah.
But usually
the only reason I was watching that show was to see Broadway Otis, and now Otis is back on the main roster. So
yeah,
I like
up there with
Broadway
Alpha
Otis.
Academy.
Dueling Alpha Academies now.
Well, that's good, Billy, because we don't want to have to play the song that was written about you and your girlfriend.
There was a song written about you, Billy Sellers.
We'll play it if indeed she turns out to be what we think she is.
Well,
if
I'm just hoping you didn't send her money to come and see you. If you want to reimburse her, that's one thing. But there's a lot of red flags, Billy. There's a lot of red flags.
More red flags than a Chinese military parade.
Stevie Nicks has proven that you don't always see the red flags. So we're trying to help you. I appreciate when people point out red flags to me when certain things, okay, all right, well, that adds up. Because sometimes we're too close to it to see the red flags. And it takes somebody setting back a little further away, or maybe who's been through that.
A little bit emotionally involved, and
yes. And when you desperately want something to happen, sometimes you will it instead of just letting it happen. And that some of the things you were telling me were like, ooh, shit. So let her come to you, and if she shows up, reimburse her for her gas. Be a gentleman. Buy her a meal somewhere, be it McDonald's or whatever the fuck you can afford. Don't do what you can't afford. Which you didn't make any donations this month. I guess you were saving money to take care of your girlfriend.
It's okay.
So I didn't buy my girlfriend anything. So
7-Eleven.
All right, I bought 7,500 girlfriends, a little something, but they all had to share.
Yeah,
my
love. Sent them a Christmas card.
It's all got the same one.
And a little autographed picture of Kenny Bolin on it.
I love you, baby.
I love you the very most of all.
Names, never use their names.
It's like, I got a lot of girlfriends, but I love you the most.
All right. So we can't get anything from Billy. Can't get anything from Adam. Jazz Jan already donated 35.
Broke ass. Hit the road and run.
He never did answer if that was it for him for the year, did he?
No.
But what he suggested, and we'll try this real quick. We don't have that many people here to try it with.
I love how she calls you by your full name. Thank you
Kenneth
so much,
W. Bolin
Kenneth
is
W.
what you got.
Bolin and Sir Bob.
Well, that is on the Facebook page. So maybe she
Mine
tagged
does
me.
not say Sir Bob, so
Yeah,
although I should change it to that. No problem.
maybe change it to that.
Sir Bob.
Yeah, her house is looking much nicer. We're gonna try and get a little labor money over there today for all the work he's done.
That might have to wait.
But I thought the show would do better tonight too. So y'all showed my ass. Plus, we got a couple kids wanting to go to Christmas parties, and we barely got money to do that.
It's not like Christmas doesn't come every single year.
Oh yeah. We'll be here next year. Should go next year. So, all right. So, we're going to pick the NFL games Thursday, so we don't have to do that tonight.
Yeah. Christmas comes every year. Damn it.
Yeah, that's what I keep hearing. Do we have anything else we wanted to cover, or what do we got?
Let me look at the show notes, the extensive pre-meeting notes that we have.
Yeah. So Renee's too big of a coward to come over here, is what you're telling me, right?
Well, I don't think he's even seen my thing. So, in fact, he may not have ever seen anything I've ever sent him. So,
well, if you send it to him on Facebook, he doesn't see mine either. There's something fucked up with his Facebook. I have to write him.
That's the only way I've got.
So if you send it to him on Facebook, he very well may not see it.
Yeah.
Because I've written him a bunch of times on Facebook and he wasn't seeing them, so I had to start writing his email address. And I don't know that I have his phone number because he's got a Canadian number. So
yeah, and I don't have his email address
but with
AT&T, great friends.
AT&T, I can call Canada and Mexico for free. So what do you do?
Well, there you go.
And so do we have anything else to cover?
Looking. Let's see. In the show notes, you said tonight we're going to cover the NFL results, which we did.
Yeah, we done that.
And we did, yeah.
We picked our. Well, we didn't. Who are you picking in the Thursday game?
Thursday's Denver and the Chargers. I'll pick Denver. I don't even know what the spread is. So I'll pick Denver.
I'll pick the Chargers. They need a bounce back, so I'll pick.
They do need a bounce back. Let me find that schedule.
And then they got that big home game there. They're going to have all those Denver fans there in Los Angeles cheering them on.
Oh, that's true. Denver. Oh, the Chargers are favored by 3. I'll definitely take Denver then.
Oh, they're fucked then. Yeah, they're fucked. Yeah. If anybody's having a bad time, it's New Orleans. Both pro teams. Yeah. Wait a minute.
They do kind of stink.
New Orleans has 2 pro teams? Oh, I guess
the New Orleans Celicans. Yeah.
I couldn't tell you anything going on in the NBA right now other than the Mavericks.
So I did see that picture floating around the internet of 2 people that you at one time was great friends with one of them.
Right.
Just still friends with another one. They seem to have buried the hatchet and
seems that way.
Made up because they were almost hand in hand.
It fooled the ghost. The ghost says it's legit. Said it's a real picture. So.
It's a real picture. Yeah. So
what the ghost says.
And you can always trust the ghost.
If you can't trust the ghost, who can you trust?
All right, we'll be back on Friday with our real
ghost
NFL picks, and mostly we'll have the ghost on as a guest. Nah,
or maybe not.
Or maybe not. You'll have to tune in to find out.
Whoa, 5-22. That ain't good.
Oh,
yeah, that's a tough season. I thought the Pelicans used to be decent.
They used to be decent.
Damn.
And then they traded their big star and got nothing for him.
Big star, because I couldn't tell you.
Oh God, damn, Jana, who was the guy, the center that they had that was supposed to be the greatest of all time, almost, whatever. And then they traded him like the Lakers or somebody, I thought.
No, Bill Chamberlain played for the Pelicans.
He did twice. Right. In between Anthony. Unibrow, Anthony Davis.
Anthony Davis, former Wildcat.
Yeah. Wilt played for the Pelicans in between Pistol Pete and Maravich.
I didn't realize that. Yeah, Pistol Pete there. I had something I was going to say. I forgot what it was. Must not have
say good night.
Anthony Davis.
Thanks for all the. Oh, by the way, your Kieran McDonald bet was not paid off. I understand.
It was not paid off, and so henceforth he is blocked. Karen McDonald, he is blocked, and he's never going to pay because he owes $100. He's never going to pay that.
Yeah.
So if anybody out there that would like to pay Karen McDonald's bet that he lost back during the Padres playoff season, I don't take kindly to that shit. It's five families. Oh Jesus, you got to be kidding me! You got to be kidding me!
Well, look at this. Look at that. He's become Brother Muhammad.
I'm sorry, I thought it said 8:05, 8:55 Eastern time, not 10:09 Eastern time.
I didn't even get a no
When the co-host
notification.
I sent it to where I sent all your other shit to Bob and Jason.
I don't see anything in here about that.
Bob,
Facebook's being a little weird, but
Let me look at Messenger again.
To Bob and Jason. Maybe I did. I thought I did.
Oh, video.
Yeah. Hard to find it sometimes with the zillion things you got.
It would have been the last thing I sent.
Video.
Well, Bob, how did you know I was doing a show?
Because I thought it was going to be at 8:05, and I checked the studio and saw that it was not going to be
8:55. Well,
Thin wave code. And then it goes into yesterday with a bunch of videos. And
yeah. Oh, if you do help us out with SendWave, and that would be, oh God, who needs the most help right now that we could help on SendWave?
Shit, me.
Thank you,
Well,
brother.
you can't send it to Americans, so I guess you're fucked.
Oh, well, we can launder it in Philippines and bring it back.
Oh Lord, yeah, Bob's going to have to redo his because he didn't use the actual link I sent him, and it wouldn't let him use promo code.
Yeah,
but your wife helped me out the other day, and
she's good
and
about
she
reading her
SendWave
shit.
also.
She made goddamn sure I sent her at $20 before she did anything. She wasn't going to pull that shit. Bob will pay you later. Pay you later, Bob. I'll gladly pay you Tuesday for some money today. And it's already Tuesday. I meant next Tuesday. So
Tuesday to be determined.
As a matter of fact, who did we help with that? Somebody got Jambi. We applied it.
I was about to say Flora.
Yeah,
I got a bunch of pictures of that. She's pretty proud.
Yeah, well, the dogs are loving it, man. The dogs are loving it.
They're loving not falling through the floor.
Who you got Thursday night? Denver, Los Angeles Chargers.
Denver.
All right, so you and Bob going to get me. Did you see that kick-ass week I had? 11-3, man. I'm almost under 500 now.
I did, and I didn't enter my picks, but I did make $1 bet on all the games, so I'll just send that to you.
$1 bet on all the games.
Well, like a parlay for every single game for $1. You can get $4,000 if you bet $1 on all 15 games and get it.
I said we're not allowed to bet here in Texas.
Oh, that blows.
You can't bet.
Are there Indian reservations?
I almost said something so hateful.
We don't have any in Texas, but we can
I
go.
almost said something so hateful that started with a pippled fuck, and it referred to your governor.
Yeah.
Good God.
We
I mean, I'm not a gambler.
Gambling in Oklahoma, just across the border, but you can't do like DraftKings or.
Well, that's how it is. That's how it was here for fucking ever and ever.
That's how it was in Nebraska.
Mostly dumb fucks, and no offense, mostly dumb fucks who can't afford to gamble are the ones who gamble the most. So I understand it's kind of and Bible thumpers normally have a tendency to look down upon gamblers, from what I've seen around here.
Oh, but they be at them slot machines for sure.
Even though lots of Bible thumpers,
but they're nickel slots. God wants the nickel slots.
God wants the nickel. So. But yeah, it's like my brother. My brother had $120,000 one year, and then the next year he didn't. The casino had.
Damn.
Yeah.
So does your brother like play cards, or is he just
no? Slot machines.
Oh man,
lose that much.
I guess. God damn it, man! If I'd had that, I'd go put it all on red. Yeah, you would. That's why you're not getting anything.
And if your aunt had nuts, she'd be your uncle too. So I mean,
she certainly. Well, not necessarily.
That's true. That's true. It's a new day, isn't it?
Maybe in the old days, but not these days. But no, Jambi's house is coming along.
Hey, Jambi.
And I've encouraged her. We're going to have to help her get. Well, we can't help her, but she's going to have to do it. Come up with some type of a part-time job there in the area and keep shit going, because when donations are as rough as they've been lately, there's only so fucking much we can do. And like Bob pointed out before, I used to give away 30% of my income to help these people, but when there is no income, there's no 30% to give. And I'm looking to see if I can find something else I can do from home, but something that doesn't monitor me 24 hours a day and wants access to my fucking camera and my computer and monitor every fucking minute of my day. I'm not doing one of those jobs. Fuck, I've been retired too long to do that shit.
Oh, hell yeah. Me and corporations don't do well together.
Yeah. And plus I got my own way of doing shit, and I've never been a robot. And they want you to read
following the script, Kenny.
I'm not reading from a goddamn script.
Yeah.
And I got fired from a place once because I was their top salesperson, but I got none of it from reading a script. It was selling magazines. And I would tell them the truth if they asked me what percentage went to the Special Olympics, because they didn't want us to say. But if they asked me,
it's like 8%.
2%.
It was about 8%. So I could just donate 100% to the Special Olympics. I said, well, that is an option. Or you can get a magazine and then 8% of that goes. And they got furious. I said, well, I'm going to tell them the truth. And I said, I'm not going to read from your fucking script. I said, I'm your top salesperson for a reason. Your shit don't work. And I said, and very few people have ever balked at the 8%. They just want to know. And I guess they appreciate the honesty. Well, I'm afraid we're going to have to let you go. I said, you're going to let your top salesperson go. And I ruined it. Was on Halloween Day, and I ruined that place from a cleanup perspective. I took cupcakes and crammed them on all the computer screens, jammed them into keyboards, and I said, sue me, motherfuckers, and walked out the door.
At least you were sure about it.
That was
non-compliance.
Yeah, that was you need to go to HR. You need to go to hell. Where you need to. So you've already fired me. There is no HR. But nope, got fired for being honest, because they did not want you telling them how much money went to the Special Olympics.
The American way.
And then I ended up at Humana, and they said, we appreciate your dishonesty down here, sir. Just come on down here in the healthcare industry. And I was their top salesperson for 5 years, doing shit my way because I would not read the script. I do remember there was a guy that sat next to me, and he was a weird little motherfucker. Just one of that could only be a computer nerd at Humana. That was the only job he could possibly have. And then you got me to the right, who is currently in pro wrestling, working at Humana during the week, and bringing that wrestling personality to Humana, the corporate world, refusing to wear ties, refusing to wear. I'd wear Zubaz there on dress.
Why would you have to be required to wear a tie for a job on the phone?
I don't know.
I did that telemarketing too, and we had to wear a tie too. And I'm like, they don't see us. I mean,
it wasn't a coat and tie, but you had to wear the tie.
You'll be more professional.
And then when I went over to the corporate building, they wanted us to wear a coat and tie, so I wore a coat and a turtleneck. And then David Jones, the owner or the chief CEO of Humana, ran into me in the elevator. He said, "Where's your tie?" I said, well, I don't wear one. He said, why not? I said, the same reason the girls don't, it's not mandatory to wear pants and a shirt. They can wear a dress, they can wear pants, they can wear a shirt. I said, well, I'm choosing my options.
I'm going to drop out for
and put the tie around your head like a Rambo.
Yeah, he just looked at me like he says, and you're willing to sink or die on this ship? I said, yep. I said, I am. I said, I'm your top salesperson, and my name's Kenny Bolin. Nice to meet you. Said, I'm your top salesperson, and I do it not wearing a tie. Are you willing to sink or die on this ship? Because if you let me go, Blue Cross and Blue Shield to hire me tomorrow. I didn't know if they would or not.
You gotta have the bluff.
Not what I told him. It's all about the bluff. So I had to wear a tie when I worked for Nextel. Nextel is a phone place, right? Yeah. I have never understood the tie bullshit. The tie, religion, coats and ties, suits, all this shit was taught to us. You naturally would not do a lot of this shit that we end up doing. Like, I don't think he'd do such a thing. He's a man of faith. Well, you should elect him. He's a man of faith. Well, I'm with you in a position because I'm not. You know, I might do a better job. Chances are pretty good I will do a better job. But because I don't believe in the invisible man, I'm not qualified to have the job. But you were never going to have a president again that admits he's an atheist like we used to back in the old days.
Oh yeah,
lose too many votes.
What's funny is it's like more atheists are coming out per se.
Yeah, there's a lot more of it
going down. So it's like, why are we still afraid of this minority?
Oh, I was on a car ride once in the wrestling days. I think we were going to Somerset, Kentucky, and something come up about me being an atheist. And then one of the guys, and these several of them are now WWE stars that you all know. One of them is not with WWE anymore. He might be in AEW, if that gives you any clues as to who it was, or at least this is what he told me on the road trip. He said, "Hey, I'm an atheist." I said, "Really?" Guy in the back seat, "Oh, I'm an atheist." And then the fifth guy says he's an atheist too. So there were 5 of us in the car, 3 in the back, 2 in the front. All of us identified as bad. I said, that'll never happen again. He says, our families, we can never tell our families that.
Yeah.
Oh, we'll be disowned. We'll be kicked out of the will.
Even though they don't go to church at all.
No, no, my family didn't. My family made me go to church. They never went. Mm-hmm. Church was a babysitter for them. You go. You go. Gives us an hour away from your ass is 90 minutes. Bible school. What? I just went to school and I don't believe in the Bible. No, I don't want to go. So I finally quit going. About 11, I finally stood up to all that shit. No.
Yeah, I was about 11 or 12 when I quit.
Was you? Really? Okay.
Yeah.
So a car full of wrestling. And the wrestling business, because Jimmy Cornette used to say, oh, and I got to tell you about a dream I had because I might be onto something. I might. But Jimmy used to say that Jesus and God apparently hang out in wrestling locker rooms because every wrestler that's fucked up and has done something bad, a week or 2 later finds Jesus. He's always in a wrestling locker room. But I had a dream about Jimmy Cornette. Jimmy and I had been invited to this big unveiling, and neither of us knew the other was invited. We had been, and this was just last night's dream. I'm telling you, man, the predigen causes some weird dreams. I have been dreaming normally about the last thing I saw on TV. Whatever I saw on TV last, I have a detailed fucking dream about it.
Better start watching porn before bed.
Well, I haven't been, but that's a thought. I might need to do that.
Yeah,
but I had a dream about the Virginian. I was in a fucking episode of the fucking Virginian. So I had
90 minutes.
90 minutes of it, yeah. Oh, I watched the Virginian 1 or 2 shows every day, just because I never watched the reruns of them. I just saw them live, and obviously not all of them. It ran 6 or 7 years. The Men from Shiloh was still technically the Virginian. Not the Virginian.
I think there's a Virginian channel on Roku.
There's a Virginian channel on not only on Roku. There's a Rifleman channel. But the Virginian is on Stars every day, on Stars Westerns.
Yeah, my mom watches that every day.
Laramie, the High Chaparral, all the great old Westerns are all there. Yep. But back to the Jim Cornette dream. I had a dream. So Jimmy and I both had been invited to this big fucking deal, this big unveiling of a new type of movie theater. And I talked to my son about it today. I said, you might know, is there any such theater as what I just dreamed about? He said, no, but it sounds fucking awesome. It sounds like somebody needs to do it. So I might be losing my copyright on this, or somebody's going to steal my idea. Somebody's going to do this, I'm telling you, and probably going to do it quicker than we think, at least one of them, to see how it will do. So Jimmy and I run into each other there. Neither of us are happy that the other one's there. Don't even know why the fuck we've been invited. So eventually I go into this theater where this unveiling is about to happen, and I'm in there all by myself, or at least so I think. And I sat in the very back of the theater on like a sofa, and off to the right of me, I can tell there's a human being under there under a king-size black crushed velvet blanket. This story's worth donations alone, you fuckers. So even if it's after the show, do something, because you're never going to hear a story like this ever again. So I'm sitting there.
One-time telling.
This one-time telling. All right, I'll tell it.
They were editing it out.
So time goes on.
We're ending the show right now, so the rest of
No, you're not. No, you're not.
The old NWA on the TBS.
if y'all quit interrupting, I'll tell this goddamn story.
Sure, why not?
So look to the right of me, and then for some reason I assume that Jimmy is under the black crushed velvet blanket. So I lean over and hit him in the shoulder, whoever's under the blanket, and just like in real life, God damn it, and he's trying to sling this fucking king size blanket off from him, and he's having all kinds of trouble doing it. The blanket is winning, maybe because the word king is in the size of the blanket. I don't know. God, hey babe, man, hey babe, nobody's supposed to know me and you were speaking. As a Jimmy, it's been 7 years. Nobody fucking gives a shit. Who gives a fuck? I said, we're here for the unveiling of this theater. Wanted to see what you thought about it. Well, goddamn, man, what if somebody sees us talking? He's going off and on over he and I being seen talking at the unveiling of this thing. So I'm going to get to the big part of this. So what this theater is, enough about the me and Jimmy part of it, but Jimmy was in it, and I don't know why. Maybe we're going to fund it. I don't know. But what this theater was, it was an entire wraparound theater. No, not curved from corner to corner like a lot of the IMAXs have done. It was an entire wraparound theater. And I'm sitting in there thinking, there's a lot of lime green colors, like my clock. All the writing and everything that we're seeing is done in lime green. So it comes, they start letting people into the theater, and it's time for the review and the debut of what this theater does. So the curtains pulls back, and it's wall to fucking wall. Wherever the one wall is, the other wall is, that's how fucking far the screen goes. And they bring up the screen, and then there's the presentation of this movie or event that they're getting ready to show. And then so it's on there, and then that's all we see. Okay, all right, big fucking screen, but okay. What else we get? And then all of a sudden the sides expose. And then all the way from the beginning of the theater to the back of the theater, the walls now become a screen on both sides. Fuck. So I'm looking to the right, and that's all fucking theater. I look to the left, that's all theater, and everything in front of me is theater. Oh, but we're not done. Because then the ceiling becomes a fucking giant screen. So I'm looking up, and there's thunder and lightning, and you hear rain, and they have mist falling from the ceiling to make it feel like you're being rained on, but very, very lightly. It's like, and so you're seeing the thunder and lightning, and this mist is falling on us. And me and Jimmy are saying, we're getting along like, fuck, this is fucking cool. So nothing but a giant screen in front of you. Every inch of available space is screen. We're not done. The floor beneath our feet lights up from the beginning of the theater to the back of the theater. And that is a giant fucking screen. So you've seen what they've done with these NBA basketball courts, to where they basically turn the entire court into a giant screen. Well, this is kind of what they've done with this movie theater that I had a dream about. Not every inch of available space in that theater was a projected image of the sky, whatever the fuck would be below you on the ground, whether you want to show cactuses or grass or river, I don't know.
So you were in every movie.
Yeah. And then the sides. So like if you're watching them herd buffalo or something, and they start at one side and then they're going around the wall, then they go to the back, because the back wall is also a screen. They could just circle the herd around the audience, or a military movie or just whatever. And I wake up going, God damn, this is a great motherfucking idea. Yeah, it would probably be expensive as motherfucking shit. You could probably only have one of these in every major city, but you make it a big motherfucking theater. I think there's something there, to where the ceiling, the floor, the walls, just every piece of available space is a projected image. And I bet you there's a way to do it now that we're seeing what they're doing with basketball courts. Now
you all post in wrestling.
You all pop. Oh my God. Can you? Well, I don't think it would work as good for wrestling, because that is a center focused thing.
Well, they have the LED lights on.
I guess we could have I'm sure there's something you could do, I guess, but war pictures, rodeos, there's certain types of nature films. There's certain types of movies that would really work. I don't think it would work for all movies, but there are certain types of movies that would be something to fucking see. A river below you, lightning and thunder above you, a little mist falling from the ceiling if you wanted to take it that far, and then the horses start over here. They come here. They go here. They're in the back. Then they come back around. Or a military tanks. You know, there's something there. There's something there.
Now, how cool would it be like if they started using holograms for, say, like Saturday Night Live, if they had Fink in the ring or Mean Gene or something like that?
Oh, well, I'm sure that's a possibility too.
I'm sure it's coming in the next few years.
We're probably not
dream matches and stuff.
So, what do you think about a theater like that? And like I said, it wouldn't work for everything, but there is a market.
There's always a way to make shit cheaper, though.
Yeah, you'd have, and you would have to make it big because what this would cost to do. There would only be room for one of these in every major city.
Maybe you start off small.
It would be an event.
Yeah,
I mean, it would probably be costly to go to. It ain't going to be, because I bitch about these $20 movie tickets I see these days.
It's kind of like when IMAX first came out. Like everybody was just, it's kind of like if you
now IMAX ain't that big a fucking deal no more.
Yeah, exactly.
And the IMAX films I used to go see were a theater where the screen went from floor to ceiling.
Mm-hmm.
And corner to corner.
Right.
They don't do that no more. These cheap ass IMAX theaters they got here in Louisville.
Oh, they don't even do that anymore?
Well, there are
real
some
good IMAX theater here in Louisville. And the rest
it's been 25 years since I've been.
Yeah, there are like premium IMAX theaters.
Yeah.
Like here, there's one at a museum in Fort Worth that's like the premium one, and then the rest of them are just like
bullshit.
Super. Super Dolby, super whatever, but
they're better than the regular, but they're not what the real IMAX theaters are.
Well, like with your dream, it's kind of like if you've been to Epcot, like you're on that ride.
Yeah, I got one about less than 2 miles from my house. Then it's connected to a museum.
Wow!
And I remember going to that when I was in high school. I guess I was or did we go through Humana? I don't know. I was either in my late teens or early 20s, and I remember seeing some cool shit at the real IMAX theater. Niagara Falls, there's I don't even know if he's talking about what I'm talking about. They give you a raincoat when you go to Niagara Falls. But no, I think there's something there. But I think it would take one. It would almost have to be like a Louisville Garden size thing, about 5,000 people. And I don't know if we.
It'd have to be Jeff Bezos or somebody funding it.
Yeah, I don't know. Can I call you tomorrow, Kenny? Well, no, because I'm going to be at the doctor's for a 6-hour health screening to prepare me for weight loss surgery. So I will not be around tomorrow.
Plus, his name is not tomorrow; it's Kenny.
What's that?
I said your name is not tomorrow; it's Kenny.
It is, yeah.
I call you tomorrow.
You can call him tomorrow, but he won't answer because that's not
exactly.
I watched the second ever episode of The Virginian today. Who was the main star of it? Leslie Nielsen. I think I sent Bob a clip of it.
Yeah,
Leslie Nielsen. And what a great promo that fucker was, even in like 1962 or 63, whenever this Virginian originally came out. He was fucking good. He could have been a wrestling manager back then.
Have you seen him on Alfred Hitchcock?
For the next 3 days, I'm going to be tied up with medical shit, getting ready for that. And hey, I tried to call you the other day, and I was blocked on your phone.
No, he got a new phone number.
Sure, he did. He blocked me.
That's what he said.
Oh yeah, don't he got some crazy person after him or something like that?
No, she's not crazy. She doesn't exist.
Oh, it's Mrs. Cena.
Yeah.
I
ain't see her.
No, so I think she still contacts Rico. I don't know shit.
Who does?
I better quit talking.
Crazy person.
Too much information.
Yeah.
Let's see. So there's my theater. If someone builds something, I need to get a fucking paycheck. That's all I know, because I haven't heard anybody else talking about it.
Or if somebody wants to invest in the idea.
Plus, thank you all for your donations in the last half hour or hour.
How do we do?
In the last hour, we've done nothing.
Initial 55 came through. They said, fuck it.
Edge Copeland showed up, and he's like, nope, people aren't. We're not donating.
Oh, so he just came in to be an ass.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. All right. Well, guys,
We'd have
So-
been done 30 minutes ago if you hadn't shown up, Jason.
Hey, what can I say?
are we going to try and do something Thursday?
I used
or
to be a
Friday?
showstopper. Now I'm so slow.
Now you're just the showstopper. Yeah.
Are we going to try?
I think Thursday. If you're, let's see it. If we don't do something Thursday, we'll do something Friday.
Yeah, that's and then Friday we have the college playoff game. So why don't we go ahead and pick that one?
Which
Just in
game?
case we're late, because Friday will obviously be a 10 o'clock show if we do that. So
There's a game
Uh,
tonight too, isn't there? West Virginia and somebody.
Must be a bowl game.
Bowl games.
Yeah.
Football playoffs.
Now,
Friday,
is
December
Rich
20th?
Rodriguez coaching the new bowl game?
No, I don't think
Rich
so.
Rodriguez been bought in as head coach. Hi, Choco. We're getting ready to go out in a minute, honey.
Indiana at Notre Dame is Friday.
The
7-point spread still.
Let's see what the odds are.
Well, I'm
It
sure
was
Notre
7
Dame,
last I looked.
I'm sure Notre Dame is favored, and it is at Notre Dame.
It's 7. Opened at 8.5, and now it's down to 7.
I'll take Notre Dame.
I'm going to take Notre Dame, but I would not be disappointed if Indiana pulled it off because now, of course, I want Notre Dame to win for one reason: they will have a chance to beat the next team in line to play, and I don't think that Indiana will. And then basically Texas in their playoff game, I think they're playing for the rights to lose to Oregon.
Clemson.
Is that how that shapes up?
So we've got
Yeah, playing
Indiana
Clemson.
and Notre Dame. We have SMU at Penn State on Saturday.
That's a pick 'em.
Tennessee at Ohio State Saturday night. Where's the other?
Ohio
Oh, no,
State's
sorry,
like 8.5,
there's-
aren't they?
There's actually there's another
And-
whole side of the screen here.
Yeah.
So Clemson and
somebody's playing
Texas.
for the right to get their ass kicked by Oregon, is what I saw.
Yeah, Clemson and Texas. Let's see if there is a bowl
12.5.
playoff. Let me see if there's a bowl bracket here. The bowl bracket.
Now, Billy, you just told me she's coming to see you, which I asked you to do. I told you not to go on this mystery trip.
Oh yeah, no, don't take a road game, man.
No, Bill, you got 3 people here telling you not to do that.
Billy, don't be a hero or a dumbass.
Exactly.
Have you, Billy? Have you, in this day and age, of doubt it matter? Have you even video chatted with her yet? What's her job? What does she do? What have you told her your job is and what you do? What are your selling points to her? And why does this 30-year-old girl want to be your girlfriend?
Oh, she's 30. Billy.
No.
Oh man. Okay, you know what you do, Billy? Has she sent you any pictures? Because if she has, put that on a reverse Google search. And if she's popping up on porn pages everywhere, you've been catfished.
That is that wouldn't hurt, is to get some information on her and
She's got
search to see what
OnlyFans.
comes up. And she might have heard about you getting that big check from Stevie Nicks.
There
That
you
could
go.
be. That might be why she's interested.
She might have heard about it. But no, you
I
just
go talk
told
to
me.
Stevie. He lives here.
You said Kenny. Now, Billy, you're gonna have to start telling me the truth, or I'm not gonna let you call me. You said Billy. You said Kenny. Well, you didn't say any names. You just said I can trust her. She's coming to see me next month. I said, well, no, you can't. Not until she shows up. When she shows up, you can say, Kenny, shut your goddamn mouth. She showed up, and I'll come on here and be the heel.
What mode of transportation? Because if it's a ticket, let's see the ticket. You know,
If her name is Lola, you also should be a little
she
concerned.
is a show.
Or Layla.
Oh,
So,
well, I was
but no,
thinking,
if you have any pictures, like he just said, do a reverse image search if you know how to do that. If not, have somebody do it for you. My brother wouldn't know how to do that either, so don't feel bad.
Oregon is going to be the Tennessee Ohio State winner.
Tennessee, Ohio
Tennessee,
State.
Ohio State.
Yeah, Texas, Clemson.
That
will
is the
face-
right. That is the right to lose to Oregon.
Which I'll
But then
take
again,
Ohio
you
State.
know, anything could
Texas, Clemson goes to Arizona State.
oh,
Texas has a chance.
Yeah, I like
SMU
Texas to
Penn
that whole
State
bracket.
goes
Billy,
to Boise,
Billy,
and then
Billy.
Indiana.
Bob,
goes to-
read the last statement he just read.
Let me get on to the
Her
studio.
daddy left
No,
her,
her daddy
a lot of
left
money
her a
and
lot
land.
of money and land
Yeah.
behind.
So John Dutton's her father.
Hold on just a second. I have to do this.
What's the name
Sorry,
of the
listen.
ranch?
Hold
What's
on.
the address?
Is
Her
it
dad
called
got throw a lot of
Grove?
money and land behind.
Billy. Billy.
Okay.
Billy.
Billy.
I feel like I'm the go with Billy. Billy.
Billy boy.
No, okay.
Have her send you a picture, Billy.
Well,
Forward
which
it to us.
proves-
We'll
which
find the
proves,
information.
Billy, she has the money to come and see you.
Yeah, she doesn't
Billy.
need you to send her money if she's got land.
So the great thing is, if she's got land and money, and she's 20, 30 years younger than you, Billy, room? Any of y'all want to help? Blake?
I've seen it a lot, Billy.
The Chinese
Seen
military is marching by. All those red flags.
Man,
Billy.
that's flags all over the field.
Billy, there's not enough referees to throw all the flags we're seeing right now.
If this
Billy.
was soccer, there'd be 8 red cards.
I would be more assumptive that she would be there if you told me her name was Stevie Nicks and that her father died and left her a lot of money.
No, what you do is ask her that, because if it's a lot of land, it's a ranch and it's got a name.
Yeah, that would
So,
be a ranch. Yeah.
And it would be
So ask the name of the
registered.
ranch.
The
Do
Ponderosa.
a Google
Ponderosa.
Earth search.
If you can also look up land ownership, right? So
Yeah.
you can.
Titles and
Which
deeds
is-
and shit is public knowledge. Or
Well, what's
public,
too good to be
information.
true is the Iceman getting a badge or making a donation. You notice he always shows up here the last 30 seconds.
To throw a little one-liner in there.
He never gets a fucking badge.
He had to change from his Edge Copeland.
And he gets mad at me when I call him out.
Couldn't log out fast enough.
Yeah, he had to
Just log
sign
out
out his
that
Edge
number,
and
yes,
sign back
yeah.
in as Iceman.
That was part of it. All right. Well, the fact that the Iceman is here just to throw it in our face that we're not worth the $3 badge or a donation to help our families. It's time to go. Billy, don't be a hero. Don't be a fool. Let her come to you. If you get in your car and go to this place, I don't know. And I'm not going to talk to you until you do what I tell you.
At least video chat.
That would be a start, and even those aren't foolproof.
And if she keeps refusing the video chat, there's a reason.
Billy's mad at me again. I'm about to get blocked on Facebook again.
Later, boys. I gotta call Billy. Hello,
Billy.
hello, hello.
Billy, we tried to help you, son. We tried to help you, Billy. That's
Different
all I
one.
said. We tried to help.
I'm thinking of
Billy,
the Keats
do
version of
Billy,
Bolin.
fuck it. Do what you fucking want. We tried to help.
We love you, Billy. That's
Go
the only
move
reason
into
we're
your ranch
insulting
and
you
help
the
her
way we
spend all
are.
that goddamn money and bring
You know
your
what?
25 years of seniority and have a fucking good time.
2 months from now, when Billy's living on the ranch with his hot chick, we'll
With a
be going,
branding iron, labeling his cattle.
exactly.
Then I'll
We'll be
then
going,
Oh,
Hey,
I would
Billy,
by
you
all
get a
means
donation.
say, hey, I was wrong.
I'll come on here like Renee Dupree's going to have to do and just eat my words, sir. Just eat my words.
Mhm.
All right. Well, we've done all the
I'll
damage.
even shave my head.
All right.
I'll shave Coltrane's head too.
Well, I'm not. I'm keeping what golden locks I have left. It's beautiful.
All right, we're out, folks. We'll be back on Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Who knows? It'll be a day that ends
More
in
than
one.
One of
likely
these days.
Friday,
One of these
more than
days.
likely Friday as it's looking right now. And we'll appeal to that great audience. So until then, I said good day.